of economic hardship in the country and upsurge of insecurity in different parts of the country. So, specifically, President Tinubu approved the establishment of a committee comprising state governors and representatives of the federal government to, among other things, explore modalities for establishing state police. All right. And they also discussed the possibility of improving the numerical strength of forest rangers to train them so that they can keep our forest and borders very safe. And the president also directed security chiefs to, especially the NSA, the DG of the DSS and the IGP, to crack down on those that are hoarding food commodities and bring them to book. There's a whole lot that we have from this particular report here, and the angle we're looking at it from is, what do you make of the resolutions between the president and the governors, and what do you think of the agreements on creating state police and equipping forest rangers? Because if you look at what they're saying, as regards that particular one, say following a spike in insecurity across the country, there have been calls by stakeholders and ethnic nationality groups for establishment of state police, as was first practiced in the First Republic before it was abolished by the military. So currently there are some states that have vigilante groups, and the Southwest, of course, has the very popular Amotekun. All right. So what do you think of the agreements of creating the state police and equipping forest rangers? What about the issue of fighting those hoarding food? Do you think people are hoarding food? And do you think this will help in any way? And do you agree that there are food hoarders in this country at this time? Do you think that's one of the problems that we have as regards our food crisis at this time now? All right. And what more do you think should be done to tackle the rising food prices in the country? There's a lot that they said. The president even charged the governors to pay attention to livestock development in their state, increase production, most especially poultry.
The governors, right? Okay, most of poultry.
Charge the government.
I remember when Fᴏᴜᴏ did the poultry in Ekiti. And Chief Olusegun just went there and said, Fᴏᴜᴏ, is it that your chicken don't do anything? Because this place is looking too clean for a poultry. I don't sorry for another day.
That is not story for another day, because how did they get
the government are not paying salaries. He says you go and do livestock. Well, anyways, we will hope that it will happen.
Well, there's just a lot to take away from this particular one. I have the 6 point. Let me just quickly see if I go.
Okay, as reported by Bayo Ononuga yesterday.
As reported by Bayo Ononuga, so we can have a clear, the key highlights or a clear understanding of what exactly to expect from people. So on addressing insecurity, which is also affecting farming and production, of course, more police personnel to be recruited to strengthen the force. Also, to put a mechanism in place that would engender state police instead of vigilantes that are being used by some states. The president also charged the governor to strengthen their forest rangers and arm them. Also, a committee has been set up for modalities for state police to address security issues. On rising cost of food, the president directed state governments and federal government to collaborate to increase local production. The president advised governors to follow the example of Kano State in dealing with hoarding of food by profiteering by commodities merchants. President also charged the governors to pay attention to livestock development in their state. The president pleaded with governors to ensure all salary arrears to workers, gratuities to retired workers and pensioners are cleared as a way to put money into the hands of the people. And finally, the governors were implored by the president to create more economic opportunities for the youth. So basically, what are your thoughts as regards, the plans that are being put in place to fight insecurity and food crisis? And the last one, of course, is this headline here that we have on the front page of The Guardian, where the independent media is saying, blame the states for the hardship that is being faced by people. Independent Media and Policy Initiative has said that the ineffective usage of the trillions of naira by 36 state governors and 774 local councils should be blamed for the excruciating hardship faced by Nigerians. And they maintained that if these state governors, if these local council chairmen judiciously use the funds that are being allocated to them we may not be having the problems that we are having now. What do you think about that? Do you think the state governors have more to do than the federal government as regards the issues, the economic woes that we are facing? Or is it heavily dependent on the policies of the federal government? All right, so those are the two focal points that we're looking at this morning. Of course, Fuad Said, you get first pick.
But I'll just address the two together because they are like they are tied to, and you understand the link. I'm not surprised that despite having bigger allocation as a result of fuel subsidy removal, a very aggressive revenue drive of this government, because again, all of these things about import duty and all of that is still about aggressive revenue drive so that more money can be available to government. I'm not surprised that despite huge FAC allocation that have come in the last 6-7 months to all governments at all levels, nothing has changed. We still have some of the governors who have still not paid their pensioners. We still have some of the governors who have still not paid gratuities. In most of these states, roads are still very bad. The last time they got 2 billion naira from the federal government, a lot of them did not deploy. We didn't see anything. So, and that was why some of us had thought that, look, the president should have been a bit more meticulous, should have been more cautious, should have been more methodical about removal of subsidy. Because again, that policy outlook of making more money available to government with the promise that the money will be deployed to better the lives of the people is just a mirage in the face of widespread corruption. You can't have this level of corruption in the country. You can't have this corruption index within the political class, which is festered by their cronies and associates, and expect that more money automatically to government will better the lives of the people. What you will do, and is what is happening now, you probably will just enrich more politicians, enrich their cronies, enrich their contractors, enrich their associates in the business world, while you are going to leave the majority of Nigerians poor. And that's the crisis we have now. And you can see that there's confusion now. Like you said, you now have the president appealing, urging. There are so many words that was used. Implode, because he has now, he's now like, oh, these guys can't be trusted. We knew we can't trust these guys. And it's not just the problem of the state governors. Even the federal government who have not shown serious discipline, serious fiscal monetary discipline as to deploy the resources of the people to better the lives of the people. We keep buying SUVs. Now the government is saying they cannot import food, Abi? But are they not importing some of the luxuries they want? The SUVs they bought, were they not imported? Or those ones were manufactured here locally? So what's the big deal with importing food at this time as a stopgap, as a short-term solution to the food crisis? And that's why I keep saying that, look, the argument of government, especially when they're talking about inflation, is that the things that concern the poor is what will cause the problem. Those luxury things that concern them will not cause a problem. The SUVs, are they not imported? Did we manufacture them here? And that's why we're saying that, look, we need to be serious with ourselves and be truthful to ourselves. You don't combine arrogance with hunger. So, again, I will say it again that the president probably needs to have a personal reflection. He needs to probably sit down, maybe in his own private moment, to rethink some of his policies and understand that government cannot only be for a few Nigerians who are opportune to be in government. It should begin to work now, begin to look at how to create policies that will reduce the suffering in the land. It has become too unbearable for Nigerians, while the political class is not showing any commitment to do anything about it. So, and then for others, I don't know whether anybody is ordering food. If the government can fight others, so be it. But I think that the problem is not about anybody ordering anything. It's just the fact that, look, Nigerians can no longer afford some of these products.
Thank you very much, Fuad. There you have it. What says you? Join us in the conversation. 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. And you have just 2 minutes to share your contribution. Once it's 2 minutes, we have to move on to the next person so we can have as many contributions as possible. Thank you very much to those who have already joined us on Facebook. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. We also take comments from the live chat section, so you can drop your comment or your contribution in the live chat section of our Facebook platform or YouTube platform, and we are taking that as well. Then for WhatsApp and text messages, the number to send it to is 0913 6000 430. 0913-6000-430. That is the number to send your messages to. Please do not call that line. It's just for messages. So let's have a conversation. All right. Don't forget, the first focal point is as regards insecurity. The fact that the president and the governors have agreed on state policing. And there's also this conversation as regards food hoarding. And then also, do you think the state governors have more to do as regards, our challenges in this country than the policies of the federal government? Let's have a conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes,
Good morning, Pastor Oko.
we can hear you.
God bless you.
Amen.
Well done. Yeah. What do you call it? The issues we are discussing this morning. Well, my take is that, given the situation we find ourselves today, it is very difficult for an average citizen to believe anything the government tells you they are doing or even trying to do, because the trust gap between the citizens and the government is too large. The set up committee and this and that. The situation in Nigeria today is desperate. All these committees that they are setting, it has no way of affecting the life of the average Nigerian positively, given the desperate situation in the country. How much is it cost to host all these meetings and listen to your holding? Nigerians are tired of protocol. It's because we're patient people. If what they're doing here happens in the Middle East, they will see animal farm happening. So they have to be warned, to be forewarned, to be forearmed. They should not play politics with people's stomach. Hunger does not play politics.
All right.
When it grabs you, you have to find something to eat.
Thank you, Barrister.
That is why you see that sometimes during the war, people in Biafra, there are some who ate lizard. Not that they wanted to.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Sandra.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Fred.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm calling from command.
Yes, sir.
All right, please go ahead.
I think that I always say something, and I always like to buy idea with Mr. Fred. We have to be serious for once in this country. Than to be scratching the surface every time. Who is telling the president that there is food shortage? It's not about food shortage. Nobody is ordering food. For what reason? Why are you ordering food? Go to the market. There is no market. You will be able to the groceries. My neighbor will get. The one that is selling that has a kiosk here, has a bag of rice. But who is buying? Where is the money to buy it? Someone to go with food ordering. It's not food ordering. They will just use that one to just waste time again for like 4-5 months again, or running after some people because they are just chasing shadows. But you know what is causing this problem. Why don't they tackle the problem once and for all? This is what you are saying when they want to remove the subsidy then. Why not go after people that are holding the country into ransom? Are they too big to be punished? Or for crying out loud, are they too big to be punished? Go after them and collect our subsidy money from them. Maybe that is what you want. Instead of punishing the whole nation for the negligence of all, I don't want to use a bad word. For the negligence of all our leaders. Sincerely speaking, go after those people, collect our subsidy money, remove the scam that is in subsidy, and let everybody enjoy the business of having a nation that is advocate. But what everybody is facing now is suffering, and they are all deceiving themselves. All day today, no, the scarcity of food tomorrow. They want to release grain so that they will go and blend it in the market. So that they will be using level. You don't like to No, I don't know how to eat like that. I've not even eaten it before. So,
Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much. It too is a very, very lovely meal and it's very light.
So what of the pepper and the protein that will go with it? Egg now is 170 naira per one.
You can just pour milk on it and just
It's too old like that. Sandra,
you said we should take
I pray for you.
that was a very dismissive. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. How are you?
I'm well, thank you very much. Good morning.
My friend Fuad.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Dr. Coco, right? Good morning.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Morning, Fuad.
Good morning, sir.
I must thank you very specially for the information, the education, and the enlightenment. Almost on a daily basis, yourself and Sandra.
Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Amen.
And before I go straight into the topical issue for today, Fuad, I would love to have your number, please. There's something I want to share secretly, privately with you.
All right. I'll take hold of your number. And
Please,
I'll call
thank you very much.
I'll call you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, going to the topical issue of today. Fuad, you see, I don't know when they talk about food hoarding. I cannot understand when,
how that came into the conversation.
Yes, I can understand because, if they are talking about food hoarding, does it mean that, does it apply to drugs? I'm looking at it from my own constituency now. Because you see, yesterday, I was able to get a drug for a particular octogenarian in my community. A drug that ordinarily cost 25,000 naira as at November. I got it yesterday for 97,000 naira.
Maybe some people are ordering that drug.
That's what I am saying. A drug that contains just 90 tablets. That is after going around the whole Lagos state.
In search of it.
After going around the whole Lagos state. So you see, when I listen to some of this conversation coming out from the angle of our political leaders, it's a complete, I don't know how I feel. It gives me an impression as if they don't really have a good understanding of what is actually happening. They are not part of these issues at all. They are not part of the reality. The reality is very, very simple. They should address the issue of our electricity. As I speak to you now, we don't have lights. We don't have lights. They should address the issue of official money laundering, which is all over everywhere now. As we see, people get naira, and before you know what's happening, they convert it into dollars. I've made mention of this to you some time ago. I told you that in a country like South Sudan, I will explain a situation where a country like South Sudan, a war-torn country, their currency is more powerful than the naira. They import everything in South Sudan.
Thank you, Doctor.
In fact, some of their banks are being run by Chinese. Their restaurants are being run by Chinese. The economy are being run by foreigners.
All right, thank you.
All right,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you as well. Thank you. Well, hello. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. This is Michael from Ajay.
This is
Michael from Ajay.
Michael. Good morning.
Michael, please, good morning.
Morning. What? Fantastic one from you guys and Sandra. God bless you.
Amen.
Yeah. You see, one thing about this country is it's not as if the laws, like you always say, it's not as if the laws are not there. But when it is not being implemented, so the laws are not there. Now, in the previous government, Jonathan to Buhari, and does the president ever say anything and it holds? No. The president cannot give such directive. These guys will not follow it. They will not do it. I know my own state governor will not do it. I am very, very sure. They will do it. And when they don't do it, nothing happens.
Which state is that?
That is one. Number two.
Which state? You are from which state?
You are from which state?
Right, let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way.
Is it Southwest?
No. If I feel it now, Sandra will say, it's not a personal parlor, whatever. But the thing is
it Southwest?
do you understand?
Is it Southeast?
Now, it's not as if the food is not outside. The food is out there. But where's the money to get it? I am telling you, I could not go to work yesterday, and so many other people could not go because they could not afford it. My gas finished. In fact, it has never happened before where we have a situation where I have cylinders, and I'll be using the last cylinder. I'm using the last one, and I don't even have the hope of, out of the 2 cylinders, I don't even have the hope of refilling. I don't have rice at home, and I don't have because I don't have money. I've been buying this Erica for almost a month now. When I used to have like a bag or half bag at least in the house, when I see people in the vehicle on the computer bus with me, people I know, I cannot pay for them. I will have to beg them that please, what I have here this is what they have reduced us to. But if they fix power, if these people will agree to fix power, things will go on good. Things will go on good for this country. Let them just fix power. Let this Baba just fix power and just be there. We will honor him. We will respect him for the rest of our lives. So, what?
Thank you, Michael.
Well, God help us. God help us.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. I appreciate it. I will find out that state very soon. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Can hear you. Good morning.
Sandra.
Mr. Kangbelina.
Good morning.
Well done. No.
About what?
Good morning, Mr. Kangbelina.
How is the heat?
Which eat?
The way is hot.
It don't turn another thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it too.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
There was a man that was sick. He had malaria. A man went to the hospital. When he went to the hospital, the doctor now said, look, we are going to amputate this man.
For malaria.
To deal with the malaria. And they went ahead and amputated him. So that the malaria will finish.
This is your story,
the doctor knows quite well that what he's doing is not the remedy. But he will continue to do it. Now, where am I going to? These people know what they are doing. The problem we have right now is not because of hoarding, it's not because of anything, it's because of the subsidy you remove. And that subsidy has made life so difficult for everybody. That's why there is even increase in terrorism and all those things.
Crime.
I am telling you, the cost of living is too high. That's why people have resorted to all kinds of things right now. So if they know that they have, the only thing they have to do is to revisit that policy of removing first subsidy. If they don't do it, that's how they will continue running around the circle. If they will never get to the solution. And they know that that's what the problem is. But they will not go there or continue sharing palliatives, removing rice from wherever they kept it, and be sharing to vulnerable people. I think they are just buying time. So the election will come and they will still buy vote and still go back. So my brother, let's continue like that. There's no light in that
There's no light anywhere.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kangbelina. Appreciate. Yes, 7 minutes gone past 9. You're listening to Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3.
Sandra, where is Lake Rice? The effort between Lagos and Kebbi State. Lake Rice.
I just remember something, but it's not food related.
Okay.
I don't know if I can bring that in. Because just the other day I learned that a bag of cement is 7,000 naira.
It's now 8,000 naira, Sandra.
It's now 8,000 naira. And it's certain, 3 alphabets brand. I refuse to name. Promised me. It's only me. I thought it's Nigerians.
That they'll crash the price.
That they'll be selling that 3.5. And till tomorrow, we've not heard anything.
It's nice to know what's happening to Lake Rice, Lagos Kebbi State combination.
Well, I mean,
or they forgotten that project.
I mean, this is the time for them to remember. Or this is the time for them to collaborate. If there is still any plans for it.
For that Lake Rice.
Yes, for that. Why do you keep saying
that's the name now?
It's okay for thank you. Let's take some messages from Facebook. We'll be back to the phone line in a bit. I have here Olumuyiwa from Abuja. He's saying, good morning. On Focus today, these are my views. 1. President Tinubu removed fuel subsidy and he claimed to understand the consequences and he should deal with it rather than asking governors for help. 2. Mr. Fuad.
Yes.
Is it a crime for me to use my money to build a warehouse, store food materials
with your money
to sell at a time that I want? They should stop chasing shadows and tackle the problem why people are running away from the farm in the north. Number 3, food shortage is not as bad as discussed at Aso Villa. We simply don't have money to buy the food that is available in the market. Number 4, if food within the country is not enough to feed us, Mr. President opened the borders to allow food to come. Importation won't stop local producers from selling their own products because the market is big enough. It's food. It's essential.
Yes, no.
Number 5, while we import food, federal government should work harder to ensure we also increase the quantity of crude oil that we export to gain more forex. Fortunately, we have borrowed too many.
Even the crude production, we have a shortfall of about 400,000 barrels per day.
Even Port Harcourt is collecting crude from outside. So Port Harcourt refinery is collecting crude from outside. So let's not go into that conversation today. I'm sure Adiola Yusuf will join us sometime next week.
I didn't want to drag him in. Yeah, some questions.
Sometime next week. He's a bit under the weather at this time now, but not to worry. We'll have good conversations on that one. Number 6, state police should not be created now until constitution is reviewed because it will be abused by governors, especially during elections. Number 7, Mr. President should understand that subsidy removal and tax increase does not grow economy, especially in a corrupt society like ours, but production does. It should be bold enough to tackle corruption where necessary, and poor must not die for Nigeria to develop. Muiwa from Abuja. That's a 7-point agenda there. Thank you very much. All right, we also have Ebilade Ambo is saying 2 things are responsible for the unpleasant economic situation right now: the floating of the naira and the cancellation of subsidy on petrol. With these facets of the economy thus affected, the price of every commodity in the market began to rise, pushing Nigerians with feeble purchasing wherewithal to the edge. And at this point, when rice is gradually approaching 100,000 naira per bag, what?
Yes, no. I think some people are saying it's about 80,000 naira now.
And the exchange rate to the US, dollar rising above 1,500. When will the APC administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu realize that water has risen above the gari?
So what would they do?
Sentiments to the dogs. I hope those taking sides with the president because of blah 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 know what we are dealing with. An hungry man is an angry man. If the situation is not remedied forthwith, people will take to the streets in protest, and the authorities may not like what they will possibly see. The result of their policies turning sane men into madmen. It's okay. I wanted to ask a question. So, no, not to worry. I also have Chika Bende from Trade Fair. Is the clamping down on the hoarders of food federal government's problem? Instead of them to stop bandits and insecurity that is making farmers not go to their farms, they are chasing shadows. Look at the dollar racketeers, which the politicians themselves are the major culpable people hoarding the currency in their various soccer way. That was very specific. Have you seen one before? They were shying away to themselves the truth. Let them continue to deceive themselves. And that's Chika Bende from Trade Fair. I also have here, good morning crew. We are not short of food, and I wonder how policy making is on the spur of the moment in my country. My governor in Ogun State wants to give palliative of 50 million, and government wants to dish out grains. I beg, I don't eat too. Staff what? That generator go Anambra and it got stuck in traffic. Mr. Frederick Morka refused to let that generator conversation go because while we were live on trends in the paper,
yeah,
he wanted us.
He talked about generator, the National Stadium generator.
That National Stadium generator.
He went to where?
He said he went to Anambra
and did not come back.
He got stuck in traffic.
Okay,
that's what he said. He may still be on his way. According to Mr.
How many years ago?
Mr. Frederick Morka on Facebook. I also have here very quickly Benjamin from Shogunle. Good morning, Mainland FM. For me, it's like this government has run out of ideas. Who is holding food in Nigeria? They're talking about the farmers are not going to farm again because of insecurity. There is no food shortage in Nigeria. The problem is people don't have money to buy food because of subsidy gun policy and floating of naira. The government of President Bola Tinubu is failing the people of Nigeria. Where is the available and affordable electricity the government promised us? Benjamin from Shogule. We all have the same question, but so also. Let's go back to the phone line. We'll take our WhatsApp messages in a bit. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, 13 minutes gone past 9. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'll go for good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Madam Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. My name is Madam Salau.
okay. All right.
Please go ahead.
So that's all. You know me. Almost I'm on opposition on this step. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Malam Salah. Please go on.
Oh, okay. You know I'm always in opposition on this step policy. My reason is very simple, sir. There is no way you can hand over arm AK-47 for someone that you are paying either 20,000 or 25,000. Definitely, you can only you are trying to even to trigger more crisis than what you made. You see, one thing I understand with this president is that whatever will make him to get his political popularity or to achieve his political aim, he can do it and he can get it easily. Why? Because he has the money to give to government. You understand? But guess what? Let me tell you something. The highest security body is National Security Council. That is the former
president.
head of state. As I'm talking to you, since the inauguration of this government, they have never sacked. You understand? And let me tell you, this is something about security. Whether our president like it or not, those National Security Council, 5 of them, they are alive. They are former military head of states. They know this country far better than him. Sir, he could have humbled himself, consult them. So let him use this opportunity as a way of reconciliation. I know he has some of the personal growth within them. Him and them, and some of them, almost all of them. You understand?
I'm with you.
To tell them that this is what he intends to do. This is the situation on ground. To advise him better. You understand? This is another one. Number 2 is this. Oga, I question even the competency of this our national security advisor.
No Ribadu.
Yes. Oga, there is no any serious national security advisor will agree with state police. My reason is very simple. If you look at the rider of those state police, if you look at the rider, one of retired AIG that they will want to kill us. Are they? If you look at that rider, if you look at one of them, you understand? That will tell you these are experts, these are insiders. And let me tell you, one of the most I don't know how to put it.
Right,
you see,
2 minutes gone. Madam Salah, there are too many people
Thank you very
online.
much, Madam Salah.
okay,
Thank you.
Sunday.
Sunday, yes, political roundtable.
Join us. Okay, by 4 p.m.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Mr. John.
Yes, so talking about food shortages, there is no food shortage in Nigeria. Are you with me?
Well, with you.
They should address, just like one caller said, and the chief buildings, they should address the issue of insecurity in the farms, in the highways. They should address that. They should confront the issues headlong, not telling us what's not happening. What is true? Everywhere you go to the market, there is food. But the problem is, where is the money to purchase? The bargaining power is not there. There is high inflation rate. Let them address it. If they are yesterday I can't sleep because there was no light. All these issues are now. Heat everywhere. I was just angry. You go to filling station, you don't see petrol to buy. So these people living in denial. If they are lack of water, if they don't have the wherewithal to cover the country, please let them resign. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It's all right. 0913 0913 6410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. That's what I'm Sandra.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Γκoshen from Ojo.
All right, sir.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Fuad, you can clearly see that this government is, can I just use the anti-Nigeria? Yes. When the only reality that they just try to find a way out to boycott. They don't want to see the reality. It's like these people just come to enslave ruins Nigeria. This man just come to power to make sure he make the political class rich, so he won't have anybody to question him, and just milk Nigeria, and he will just have his way. That is what he just is. That is his intention, in my own view. Now we are talking about people purchasing power is reduced to the minimum. This man is talking about people ordering food. I don't know where these people are getting their information from. Who is ordering the food? Now you can clearly see that now from when this man take subsidy. What are we experiencing? Blackout over the nation. Now APC government cannot provide the basic amenities for good. We are going to if few months now, barely few months now, APC will be 9 years in power. Am I correct?
Yep.
If I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
APC cannot provide just one thing: food, light, road, and water. Now they now add insecurity. Nigeria should just wake up and take this country from them. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Let's see. Let's take some more messages. We'll be back to the phone line in a bit. Still Mainland 98.3 FM, and the time is 9:20 a.m. So James Ogbonna on Facebook is saying, Sandra and distinguished Fᴜᴜ, I greet you sanctimoniously. Mr. Fᴜᴜ, the Greek minister said yesterday that Nigeria can feed itself and can produce sufficient to even export.
Good.
I think it's not rocket science to know that insecurity is a major cause of food crisis. We are number one in global yam production, but the average Nigerian can't afford one tuber. Why? Farms are ravaged by bandits and terrorists. Farm produce are waylaid on the way, and it doesn't get to the market and to the final consumers. Let's tackle insecurity and give farmers confidence. There will be enough food. Farmers are scared of going to their farms to plant because of bandits. All this put together is a major cause of food scarcity. Mr. Fᴜᴜ, I like the idea of state police. We're overdue for it, but I think I want to sit on the fence. I'm going ahead to buy dollar at 1,615 naira in the fintech company I use, because I know I'll still benefit when it reaches 2K, since there's no hope of it coming down.
It's part of the problem.
Ogbonna, why are you doing like
Speculating on air.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's not a good thing.
Ooh.
Good morning, Sandra and Fᴜᴜ. The truth is, the fight for the high insecurity in all nooks and crannies requires all strata or security apparatuses, from the local to the state to the federal, in such a way that every stage of the apparatus must have some level of autonomy to deal with the situation as it affects them locally without reverting to Abuja for permission. For food hoarding, government is truthful by half because nobody is hoarding anything anywhere. Otherwise, take a look around your environment. Again, government is always coming out with discussions on topics that will keep us busy and move on. If someone is hoarding food, then where's the government intelligence gathering mechanism that would have fished the hoarders out? And what we would have heard from the government would have been that the hoarders have been arrested, and not setting up high powerful committees to start looking for them.
Sorry, ordering the food they bought with their own monies, or the food government gave to them.
Leo Ozoma from...
You don't understand what I'm saying.
That's what someone said, that if I bought food and then I put it in a warehouse, how does that make me a hoarder?
The person wants to sell. I don't think anybody will buy anything now and keep, And what I'm saying that when you talk about hoarding, you can only... I don't know where the idea of hoarding is coming from. The food that the government gave to them, or the ones they bought with their own monies as a form of business.
Remember, the government said they want to try to control prices.
They said they are not even going to control prices again.
I don't know what to take. Living Saints. Okay. Good morning, Sandra and Fᴜᴜ. For APC-led federal government to say that people are hoarding food when it is practically clear that ordinary Nigerians can no longer afford it. Mr. President, there's food everywhere. Or are people hoarding other commodities like cooking gas, drugs, clothes, etc.? If the president has no solution to the problem we have in the country, he should honestly resign. Vincent from Songota. Thank you. Temitakwa Anotoye, the step taken by president to agree to the establishment of state police is highly commendable. The next thing I will want the president to do is reshuffle and deploy these police to their indigenous states for proper coordination and effective services among the people living in the locality. I would also like the traditional rulers to be involved in the tackling of this insecurity. On the issue of food crisis, which the government said is caused by food hoarding, is laughable. It's unfortunate that we have a government that whatever will bring a bit relief to the masses is what today's government see as a problem. There's a saying that an hungry man is an angry man. They should stop chasing shadows, fix the problem they have caused through removal of fuel subsidy. Finally, let them lead by example. Let us all patronize made in Nigeria goods. God bless Nigeria. Those are messages we have on Facebook for now. And then we're going to take one or two more calls, and then we'll wrap things up with WhatsApp messages. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Sandra and Fuad.
Good morning, Engineer. Morning, sir.
You see, the issue is not hoarding or no hoarding. It's buying situation. You see, the challenge of harvesting yam is the normal thing to have a pan of yam till the day, the time that you want to sell them, when the new one is not yet out. It's normal thing for a farmer to store his food, pan of even maize, until the time it is most necessary
to sell.
That you put them out for sale. It's not that anybody is hoarding anything. There is purchasing power has gone low to the ridiculous thing that people cannot have. They are saying cement is 9,000. It's going to 10,000. That is what the situation is. Thank God it is not the time that somebody pulled down my fence sometimes, and I have to spend almost 600,000 to rebuild it. It will be a serious calamity by now. But let us look at the situation. Then we are talking also people ordering something. You know that people are in excruciating pain. Somebody is now suggesting that they budgeted so much for power, and they are owing them so much, and they cannot pay, and so it has to be pushed to the masses. We are not sacrificing, and the person should be removed immediately because you cannot pay for me, leave me as I am. So the minister that is suggesting that they are owing so much and the budgeters was he not there when they were budgeting lower than what they are owing, and they have been enjoying power all this time, and now that they want to now push problem, it's doing sacrifice. That's what I it's a terrible situation. Let them sit down, and if they tire because they have been living in Nigeria.
Sorry about that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, very quickly.
Yeah, thank you. I like you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Straight on the issue of police, state police, I think it's a long deal. I hope, they will be serious about it. Let them take it as an emergency, as a bill, if they know they are serious about it. And in military, I would advise, maybe they should work in synergy, because this issue of kidnapping, which is making our farmers not to go to farm. This, all states, good enough that they have a kind of brigade of guard all over state now. The state government should work in synergy with the army. So that this kind of kidnapper, the moment they kidnap, they enter the bush, let them enter the bush with them. So that, this issue will be stopped. Mr. Bawa, you remember the case with the Akeredolu and the herdsmen in Odosi, where the herdsman is taking muscle, challenging Akeredolu because of the forest. Can you imagine? You understand? So I think this issue is very important. On the issue of food, whether somebody is talking food or no food, look, I think that one is not acceptable. As far as anybody is concerned, you can have your money stock food. Where is it the food that federal government stop by themselves? Is it their warehouse? So I think that statement is irreversible. Let them provide an enabling environment so that we can provide food by ourselves. Our farmer can go to food. All of us we can sleep later too high. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And you too, and you as well. Thank you very much. That will be wrapping things up now. We have some messages here. Humble greetings to you all. On the subject matter, I wish to say that until the government disentangles itself from the web of people in professional costume, the lies, trickery, and deceit will continue. My only fear is inviting. It's all right. Ime from Surulere, thank you very much. All right. We also have some WhatsApp messages here, so I'll just quickly run through a few of them. Unfortunately, we can't take them all. I sincerely apologize. But what we have here is good morning, good people. Please, can I remind everyone that Baba said we'll eat agbado and is fulfilling his promises now. A ton of iron rod is now 1 million.
I don't even go there. Imagine a ton.
That's crazy. Mr. Fuad always says that we should find a way to take care of them ourselves. Nothing is totally working in this nation anymore. God help us. And that's Mr. Adenuga sharing his own thoughts there. I have here, my name is Mr. Mark from Oshodi. Good morning, Mainland FM. I want to sincerely apologize. Sincerely appreciate you people for the good job you're doing. The problem in this nation is too many. We're believing God for a way out. Thank you, Mr. Mark from Oshodi. Appreciate. I also have here, good morning. It's quite a long read, but we can't take it, unfortunately. Mr. Omo from Alimosho has, a contribution there, but apologies, we can't take all of these messages. But at the end of the day, just as Fuad always say, let's take care of ourselves. And for those people who can't drink Gary or take Eba, I think you should start considering your options now, because I'm one of them. Unfortunately,
you'll be fine.
You
will be fine. I believe so. Let's just help ourselves.
Well, anyway, in whatever capacity that you can, to help your neighbor and all of that,
friends, family members.
Yes, please, you can just look out for people that genuine people that are in need,
that need support.
Let's look out for them and see what we can do. Let's be our brother's keeper, and that's what we can do at this time now. Stay with us. The Morning Express continues with Arcview half hour in a bit. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. Thank you very much, Said Fuad.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you by Sunday on the Political Roundtable.
Yes.
Knowledge is power. Information is key. And that is why we aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. Join Omobola Sandra and Sage Babalola on the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.